a lot of responsibility put on a single parent, which would be a mother. The father doesn't want to step into the responsibility. A child needs that father stability growing up because a woman can't teach a young man or a daughter everything she needs to know. She's going to give it from a woman's point of view, not a man's point.
At least for me, gave me that discipline, gave me an example of, what myself as a man, should look like, should aspire to be. And that balance to where my mother, if it was just her, she could have done it, but it wouldn't have been the same result. That's the man I am today, that I'm becoming today.
Well, a son has to learn how to be a man from his father or a father figure. Like, I don't feel that, even though there are single women out here raising sons, I just don't feel like they can teach them how to be a man. Even though they do a pretty good job, but as far as being an enforcer or protector, provider, whatever, I just feel like that has to come from a male perspective and showing the young ones how to do it the right way.
Papa isn't dumb. He understands what this means. His dreams.
I've told him what's right, what's moral, what's in my mind the right way to behave. Hopefully, I've set the right example for him.
You have sons, so with me me having a girl, the impact on that is like she tries to play both ends of the stick. So she'll say, she'll run to her mother like, oh no, she's not gonna get her way, so she knows she comes to daddy. It's like she's gonna be like a daddy's girl. So she feels my impact would be, I know if I can get my way with daddy, and it'd be fine. But in the same sense, I try to not really discipline her, but let her know that she can't overrun me. I'm trying to think it's just gonna be her way. Like, basically my daughter's spoiled, so it's kind of hard to even try to deter her away from things.
Amongst other thoughts, then what really are we?
For me, my father is my spiritual guidance. So he definitely, like you said, like kind of set me on that path. And I may veer or whatever, but I'm always gonna come back to where my father taught me. And so like I still see him in the morning reading his Bible. His old Bible that he just goes through and picks a scripture and just read it. Like to this day, I may do it on my phone, but I'm still like following that example. And also just lessons about finances, lessons about spirituality, lessons about women. And he may not think I'm listening, but I listen.
Just having them in a household, period, especially like I didn't really realize how valuable it was to have 2 parents in a household, because coming up where I was at, I didn't realize until later that so many of my peers only grew up with a mother or only grew up with a father, but like not both. So they never really had the best of both worlds. But I'm just having a father, I got to actually live in the same household and like see how he treated my sisters, my mom, and his respect for people outside of the household, obviously. And just the fact that he gave back so much to the community too, I thought that was always something that I had to see. It was good value to see as a man giving back to the community. Like he always did stuff for kids. He ran basketball camps, so it taught me a lot about how to be active in the community as a father and a guy figure to a lot of the other black kids who were growing up without fathers.
Just observing how my dad goes to church every Sunday, it kind of made me want to get into that whole spiritual thing as far as studying the Bible and learning the correct way as far as how to be a better person and a better man at the same time.
The little stuff played a major part in me. And I look back at that stuff and I look at the stuff he did and said with me, I try to use that with my daughter. There's like a lot of knowledge he gave me. He might not thought I was listening, like you said. The parents don't think we listen all the time. Even though we do, we might brush it off, but we really take heed on what they say. We listen to it, it's embedded in our head. Even though we might not act on it, when they give it to us, we might, brush it off. I'm gonna do my own thing. But growing up, you always learn the hard way.
He leans back from his desk.
My son, I said, it's time we have that discussion. He's like, what discussion, Dad? Just regular day-to-day life, right? And I said, well, you're getting to an age now, you're going to start looking at girls, and we need to have to talk about sex. And he says, well, Dad, what do you want to know? He's got it's all at his disposal. It's right there. It's not like it's not like when I was a kid, but he's got so much information at his disposal. Then you add in all the other stuff going on now. It's a tough world, and you need somebody that's got righteous values that can decipher some of that stuff and clarify some of that. Because it's real easy as a teenager, it's real easy to get drawn into all the high emotion and high drama, and the things that are most simple to divide our species with are probably the first one you talk about would either be skin, this tone of our skin. Then you start talking about our culture, what we believe in religious. So right now there's a lot of divisiveness coming, and everybody's pushing these buttons to divide our society.
You know, me personally, my father represent order to the extent I still say yes sir to that man. Like, you know, it's not a kissing his butt thing, it's a respect thing. And I think that establishing order is what is needed for a lot of, you know, young men today, you know, and women. You know, having that order, you know, for women, for them to know what a man looks like, and not just some dude that looks fresh or whatever. Like, having that order is very important.
With all this violence that's going on, like the Charleston killing, it's like, I don't know what was going on in his household, but something like this, his guidance wasn't in the right direction. So I don't know if he grew up without a father. Nobody know what his case was. He could have just been sick. But a lot of guidance isn't there no more, and it needs to be more implemented now, because it's not going to do nothing but get worse as time goes on.